Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Finding Strength. I'm here at the training hall with Odd Haugen in this Camarillo?
No, it's in Newbury Park.
Newbury Park out in California.
Yeah.
And how long have you been open here?
A little over a year, almost a year and a half now.
Okay. It's an amazing facility. He's got pretty much everything you could dream of for pretty much any strength sport you have. And he's kind of a living legend. What's some of your accomplishments? I know you've been in World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, I've been to World's Strongest Man. Never made the finals. I was third place a couple of times in the preliminaries. 3 times. That was in my 50s when I did it. I never had a chance when I was younger. Also, of course, competed in powerlifting, US IPF. Have a gold medal in deadlift and bronze medal overall. I competed in bodybuilding way back. We go really way back. Before I came to the US, I competed in bodybuilding, powerlifting, and Olympic weightlifting.
Okay.
And I was national champion in all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in junior.
In junior.
Yeah.
So, when did you come to the U.S. and kind of why did you do that?
I came here for college. So I pretty much lived in the U.S. most of my adult life.
Okay. What college did you go to?
I went to a small school in Maryland called McDaniel College. It was Western Maryland College at the time. Now it's called McDaniel College.
That's awesome. So you're having a grip contest here today. Have you always been just really into grip, or how did you kind of get into the grip stuff?
Not really. I just happened to be strong in the grip, I think, mostly. We started incorporating grip special things like the Rolling Thunder, like 15, 20 years ago in some of our professional strongman competition. We did that as a kind of we call it the World Championship, and we used to have it like before the competition. So we had some of the strongest guys in the world try it out and stuff like that. So that's how it started, but I really never trained any grip till the last few years when I'm kind of getting out of being a professional strongman and doing grip instead. And now I'm probably pretty much going to focus on the grip or arm lifting and some Moss wrestling.
Okay, and so that was going to be my next question. How did you get into the Moss wrestling, which has been growing pretty rapidly in the United States too?
Well, it's been about 4 years now. We started in 2013. I'd always been looking for like man-on-man type competition in strongman, and I was actually working on a TV program and that never materialized, but I was working and researching all kinds of different wrestling types, that would lend itself to big guys doing it against each other without really hurting it. You can't have them do MMA and start hitting each other or boxing, but you can do certain type of wrestling without being too technical. So things there are wrestling and man-on-man, but very strength oriented. That's what I was looking for. And the first competition I had 3 different combats. I called it strongman combat, and I had pole push, which you've seen in some of the Highland games, the Moss wrestling, and we also had tug of war, man-on-man tug of war. So we did like a separate competition with these combats called the strongman combat. We had a great time. The best 8 on the strongman competition were able to compete in this, and were able to make extra money by competing in it. But when we did it, what we found out was that the Moss wrestling really appealed to a lot of people, and people wanted to try it out and stuff like that. And it is actually an organized sport. So I said, okay, maybe we'll take it on and see if we can do something with it in the U.S.
Yeah. Well, now you have Martins, who's the world's strongest man competitor and a Moss champion.
Yeah, he was the 2016 absolute world champion. So pretty amazing. We moved fast. I used to beat him easily when we started, so it really moved fast.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's a tough sport.
It's very tough. It's I still tried competing in it, and I'm probably still going to do some matches. Yeah.
That's awesome. I know I've tried it myself, and even guys that I'm absolutely stronger than, they outskill me and
Yeah.
roll me over.
Yeah,
and-
you know, it's like anything else. It's like you could be really strong in powerlifting, for example, and you're doing in squat, but you're not that good in deadlift.
Yeah.
This is sort of like probably somebody that's good in deadlift will be more likely to be good in this because of their leverage. Their leverage is somewhat similar, but it's not deadlifting by any means. It's wrestling.
Yeah.
You have to move, and you have to be quick, and you have to. Do it. But of course, power strength athletes are typically fast and strong and powerful. So it's a really good test, I think, of functional strength.
Yeah, no, it is. And so, do you have any plans to grow that even more in the future?
We keep moving there. We'll have more. We have more tournaments every year.
Awesome.
And so we have a few things coming up here in California, and we'll have Florida in strongman and mouse wrestling in Florida in October.
Oh, awesome. What competition is that?
It's going to be we have the Odd Haugen Strength Classic, which includes the strongman challenge and mouse wrestling and an arm lifting challenge.
Okay.
And we'll be at the Fit Expo in Fort Lauderdale in October.
Okay, awesome. So you have a lot of great athletes that train here. Do you do most of the programming stuff for them, or do you just kind of watch and coach a little bit?
Yeah, watch and coach a little bit is more probably the best description. We do some programming for some, but like Martin's, he's one of the trainers here, and he trains for some people. And we have free strongman training classes twice a week, and typically if Martin's is here, he's the one teaching it.
Okay. That's awesome. So you've been doing this for a long time. What's kind of your training philosophy overall, if you could sum that up?
Well, I actually really took to, when I started reading about the West Side from Columbus, from Illinois, Louis Simon. So I really took to that from powerlifting standpoint, and then I started incorporating that type of training in my strongman training. So my strongman has always been programmed around the dynamic absolute strength, and so very similar to that, except for it was geared towards the strongman. And I think the fact that I did so much dynamic stuff, which is sub-max in terms of weight, but it's speed, and I think it gives you the same type of strength, is one of the reasons why I've been able to last so long. I mean, I was able to compete. I think the last time I competed in World Strongest Masters, it was just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And
so the sub-maximal training has helped a lot. Yeah, I'm starting to kind of gear myself towards that as well, and I know a lot of the guys that have been around for a long time are doing that too.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to. I mean, the most important thing is that your neuromuscular, the neuromuscular part of it, is that you actually be able to fire the muscles. And but you obviously need to do the absolute stuff, the heavy stuff, otherwise you're not used to the weights. But I think that a little less of that and a little more of the dynamic stuff will help go a long way for at least for longevity.
Yeah. So you've been a strongman a long time. What kind of have you seen change in strongman? Where do you kind of think it's going?
Well, who knows what the future holds? But the change has been, of course. When I got involved, I got involved fairly late, so it was already starting going towards the point where we were training events and stuff like that. Because back in the 80s and 90s, early 90s and the 80s, very few people were training events. They basically showed up to a competition after having trained bodybuilding or lifting weights, basically, and doing different strength sport, and then testing themselves on these things. But with from the mid 90s on, of course, it become much more with the training events and so forth like that. I always think that it's really important that people train all the events and not just train for a competition, because those events may change. In the US, they've been pretty consistent. When you announce that you're going to have certain events, that's what you're going to have to deliver. Unfortunately, when we competed on the professional field, they were told, it's going to be so and so and so and so, and we show up, and it could be totally different. We had no idea what it was like. So, and that's a lot more fun, I think. I try to put on some events where we are pulling the events out of
Out of a hat, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It works when I have a lot of equipment and the events are not too far away, so we can pull it in and load the truck accordingly after they're pulled like 2 days ahead of time. But it's not that practical.
Yeah, I mean, I think once in a while it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But especially the people complain and
Yeah.
a lot of complaining going on lately. I found.
Yeah.
But
well, the other part, that I'm doing in the All American Strongman Challenge that I have every year in January. There I have a lot more events, and you can drop a couple of events. So it's basically a decathlon. I call it a decathlon. It's 12 events, but you can drop 2.
Yeah.
And out of the 12 events, 3 of them are purely grip events.
Yeah.
So if you like grip, you will probably do all of those and score a lot of points, but you can drop them totally.
Oh, I didn't know that. And I know I've seen that in entry form. And,
you just drop the events you did. If you're smart, you do all the events and then you just let the lowest score get dropped off.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. So if somebody wanted to come out here and train, how would they get in contact with you? What do you think is the best way?
Just show up or
show up.
Yeah. Check our website is the traininghall.info. .info. Yeah. The traininghall.info. And information is there. You can call me or call here. We open every day, but middle of the day we don't have really opening hours in the middle of the day. There will be people in there training.
Okay. And so what do you think is kind of the future for the training hall? What do you want to see happen?
Well, we'll like to build it up. We obviously did this more or less like an experiment because we just moved it right out of my house and into this space. So, we had pretty much the same thing at my house, but, with a little less space to work with. And so it's been an experiment. And we get a pretty wide range of people coming in.
Yeah.
But I think what I think it really helps creating is the interest in strongman.
Yeah.
Because that seems the biggest growth. We have powerlifters in here. They come and go, but we have some that've been here for a while, and we have weightlifters as well that's in here, come and go and stuff like that. And at one point there was more weightlifters than there is right now, but it kind of changes. The strongman keeps growing.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. It is growing pretty fast.
Yeah. There are a lot of people that had never competed before that are now competing. So
that's awesome.
And one of the reasons why I'm also having a lot of amateur competitions, so that helps.
Yeah. So you have them mostly just around here?
Well, but I'm all over the place. I had Chicago. Last one was in Chicago, and the next one we have is going to be right here out there, and it's going to be a team competition.
Okay.
We already have 15 teams, three man or a man and woman team, 15 of them already. I think we will have a few more. I got the 15th one today, I think. So we have a few more days of before the deadline, and so we'll probably have a few more teams. But it's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of people here.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a place. And we will have a mass wrestling tournament in the afternoon afterwards.
Awesome.
Both novice and advanced. We have some really good mass wrestlers here, particularly in the 230, the 230 pound class.
Yeah.
We have really good ones. So there's very complicated, like probably 5 guys that are world class. So they'll fight.
That should be exciting.
That'll be exciting, yeah. Get them to fight against each other. But then we will have a novice class. If there are other people in that weight group that wants to compete, they can go in a novice class instead. I had to go against the guys that has experience. But anyway, yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun. And then I'll have a arm lifting challenge on Sunday morning afterward. And we have a few people coming in now for that.
That's awesome. And so you said before that the grip contest you have on Friday is almost every Friday?
Yeah, we do it every Friday. Once in a while we miss it, if I'm out of town and stuff like that. Okay. But sometimes even when I'm out of town, they put it on without me. But
yeah. So if you want to come see how your grip holds up to some of the best, this is a place to come do it.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it's just a fun event. We have three. You do 3 disciplines each Friday, and nobody knows which ones they are except for me, and I don't compete. So I pick three events. Today I don't even know which event they're going to be because somebody else is bringing the equipment to be used. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
What we're going to do today.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Great.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for watching again, guys. And if you want to come and train at one of the best facilities I've seen around, come out here to California, stop on in, and make sure you follow my sponsors, Elite FTS, Train Strongman, and Hate Brand Goods, and I'll see you out on the road. Thanks.